In non-Muslim countries where there has been an Islamic marital contract without a civil contract, then although that Islamic marriage is recognized under Islamic law and within Muslim societies, it has no validity under civil law of that country. So should the marriage run into any problems, then the couple are going to have a really hard time proving that they had a valid contract in the first place.
Only religious or so-called religious Islamic marriages are not and should not be promoted and are not accepted. And they are, as the European Council of Fatwa, legal opinion, and even in many other countries, they're saying this is not acceptable. So we have to say no.
They may have had a marriage contract under Islamic law, but nothing that was recognized under civil law. So I think it's absolutely imperative that Muslim couples who marry under both laws. And in some countries that's possible even with the appointment of an imam who is automatically registered to conduct civil contracts as well. But unless you are recognized under both legal systems, the informal, which I would say that is the Islamic one, as well as a formal, which is a civil one, then really the couple themselves are doing themselves no service by, in some ways, not declaring that marriage within open society.
If it happens that you have kids in this society, it's clear that you have to go towards the faster administrative recognition of their existence, and this should be done. So you have to reconnect yourself with the legal framework. You cannot just leave them like this between two informal realities, your own marriages and the society you live in. So there is something which is the right of the kids, but what I see at the grassroots level in Europe, it's mainly that after a while, very quickly, they understand that even they can get some, taxes, support, and things like that. So they're doing it out of their own interest. But I think that this really, we have to look at the global picture and to say, no, we cannot accept things like that, which is to do it informally and then to come to the legal aspect of it when we need something from the society. So we neglect the society when we want, and we ask for our rights to the society when we want. This is not Islamic. We are not playing with laws. We are just trying to be faithful to our principles, and here we have to change and to reform our practices. You cannot only rely on what we call the Islamic marriage and not to rely on the civic marriage, because the civic marriage is the only way for you to be sure that what you have as the condition of the religious marriage are going to be protected. You had Muslims, and men, and especially men, saying, okay, I'm going to marry a woman religiously, but not going to the civic things. Why? Because like this I can just have my marriage and have relationships with this woman, and exactly the same for the woman, without entering in something which is official recognition. But the problem is that without this official recognition, you are just having something which is a sexual relationship and a marriage, but when it comes to separation and divorce, the woman will not get her rights, which is wrong, because the collectivity is not aware of what you are doing. So you are just using the formalistic paper, which is an Islamic marriage, with no condition and no the content of it, which is you have duties towards the contract, and you cannot accept that.